Hi Candace, how's it going? Hi Whitney. Oh my god, I haven't seen you forever, Candace. And Whitney, how you girls doing? Can you guys hear me? Hi Wendy. I wanted to go live and share my fertility journey, a part of my fertility journey that I haven't shared yet. I was supposed to share it. I posted a video when we came back from Vancouver, and I was supposed to come on again and share the rest of my fertility journey, but I totally forgot. Kelly, where are you? I'm in Terrace at Canadian Tire. But I wanted to also vlog today just to share how my day was and how it's going. But my fertility journey, yep, I'm doing good in treatment. Oh wow, you're in treatment? Awesome, congratulations. Hi Graham, congratulations on your guys' baby. Whitney, I hope you're feeling better. I've seen your past couple posts and you seem pretty upset, but I hope you're feeling a bit better today. I've been praying for you and everything that you're going through. But I'm gonna get started on my fertility journey, the rest of my fertility journey. I have posted 2 videos so far, so if you haven't watched the first video, you should definitely do that so you know what I'm talking about and where I'm at. If you haven't watched the second video, you should definitely do that too, because that was right after we came back from Vancouver. But I'm in Terrace, BC at the moment. I had a dentist appointment today and it went really good. 8 months. Wow, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. That's crazy. Such a huge commitment and dedication. Right on. But we came back from Vancouver, and I was pretty stunned on how fast my fertility specialist is moving with the fertility journey. Usually it takes months and months. Well, I guess the first time I went to Vancouver for my fertility journey was last year. Yep, last year. So it's the second year. So I guess that's okay. But we ended up doing a ultrasound because she was concerned with my miscarriage that I had a year ago, and she wanted to make sure that the miscarriage went through okay. She wanted to make sure nothing was stuck in my uterus or my womb or whatever, my cervix. So she wanted to make sure everything came out okay. I'm going to be detailed. If you do not like detailed stuff, you don't have to watch. I'm just sharing for my personal video capture and memories, and for other ladies going out there that suffer with miscarriages or suffer from any type of infertility or trying to conceive. I know there's tons of women out there that are going through the same thing. Other women can get pregnant right off the bat. That's awesome. But there's some of us which actually struggle to conceive, and some of us who actually have miscarriages. And so I'm posting just to share with my friends and family if anybody's interested. So when I get detailed, I'm going to get detailed. And I'm not ashamed to share this video because there are millions doing it across the world. I'm not the only one. So, and I'm actually proud to share this because I had a woman message me saying she's going through the same situation and she wasn't going to go to her fertility through her fertility journey, but she saw my video and it actually gave her courage to actually do it, and to do the HSG procedure. So she actually got a hold of her doctors and everything, and she's going through with it. So I mean, if I could help another woman and give another woman courage to go through this type of situations, then by all means, I know I'm doing a good thing. But as I was said, we did an ultrasound there, and it was I don't know what type of ultrasound it's named or what they call it, but I call it a vaginal ultrasound. And she thought she saw something in my uterus were, I guess, where the baby grows or something, and she was concerned about my miscarriage, so she wanted to make sure everything goes through okay, if everything came out. Yeah, internal ultrasound. Yeah, Kia. Awesome, thank you. And she looked through there, and my hubby was right beside me, and he was like, I've never seen anything like this before. But I'm very glad he was there with me, because I felt a lot of love, and I felt like he supported everything that we're going through, that we're doing together to have our little bundle of joy. So she was concerned because she thought she saw something in my uterus, and she said that if anything was stuck up there, or if things didn't come out the way they were supposed to come out when I had my miscarriage, then we would have to do surgery to remove everything. So she was really concerned. She thought she saw something, so she was like, we're gonna have to do a 3D ultrasound to make sure that nothing is in your uterus or your cervix, because if there is, we're gonna have to do surgery, and I just want to make sure your miscarriage, baby, and everything came out properly. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have, like, you know, I was freaking out. I was like, I'm gonna have to have surgery? What? I might have surgery? What? And so I've never done a 3D ultrasound, and so I wasn't too sure on what to expect, but it was the same thing, and you could just see more of everything inside you, or whatever. You could spot stuff a lot easier. So she did the 3D ultrasound, and there was nothing to be concerned about. There was nothing in my cervix or uterus. Everything was empty. Everything came out fine when I had my miscarriage, so that was a good sign. And she was also concerned about, she noticed my uterus was shaped a bit differently. And I told her, I asked her, I said, do I have a tilted uterus? Because I know when women have tilted uteruses, they have a hard time to conceive. And she said, no, you don't have a tilted uterus, but the top of your uterus is shaped a little bit differently. It's nothing concerning. It's nothing that's that's gonna not make you conceive or something. And she said that the cervix is supposed to be rounded or oval or some sort of smooth shape. But she said the top of my cervix, you know how the cervix is supposed to be like curved and round or whatever? She said mine, the top of my cervix is like that. It's not necessarily a V. It's not round, but it's got like a dip. It's like that. And like, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't have a deep curve like that, but it's just like shaped like that, sort of at the top of my uterus. And she said that I was born that way, and that it's not a big deal because it's not injuring anything, and it's not interrupting anything in my body. She said it's has nothing to do with me having a hard time conceiving. She said she's not concerned, and that it's perfectly fine. Some ladies are born with a V at the top of their uterus. Some ladies are born, their uterus is curved, their uterus is rounded, their uterus is smooth. Mine's just got a little dip inside of it, like a little curve. And she said that's totally fine. So I was like, okay, so I don't need surgery. She was like, no, you don't need surgery. Everything came out naturally, and there's nothing in there. Yeah, like a little crevice, Kia. Thank you for correcting me again. I'm not really good with my words, so if I'm not really making any sense, I apologize. But so that was a relief to hear. I was like, I do not want to have surgery. Oh my God. So thank God I don't have to have surgery. Everything came out naturally. By itself. They didn't give me any medication. They wanted to, but I said no, I want my baby to come out on its own when it's ready to. So that's what happened. After the 3D ultrasound, I asked her for some ovulation strips, because I've searched everywhere. Literally, I'm not lying. I searched everywhere in Smithers, everywhere in Hazelton, everywhere in Terrace, and I could never find the ovulation strips. And it's just like you pee in a cup, you take the one ovulation strip, you put it in the cup, and then it detects if you're ovulating or if you're not ovulating. And if you're not ovulating, it'll have one line. And if you're ovulating, ladies, it'll have 2 lines on the little ovulation strip. So I asked her for those, and she said, I told her about me trying to find it everywhere and I wasn't successful. And she said they sell them on Amazon, or you could buy them from here. And I said, okay, I'd like to buy them from here since I'm here anyways. And so I bought 2 boxes of ovulation strips, and it only comes with 6 in a box. And per one box for 6 little ovulation strips is $20. Pretty expensive for only 6 ovulation strips. But I mean, this is like our journey of trying to conceive, so I'm practically willing to do anything and everything to have our bundle of joy, and whatever costs, you know. And I want to record these videos so my baby, our baby, will look back one day and know what we've gone through to conceive him or her. I just think it's such a good idea to do that, because life is short and we only have one life. And I think recording memories like this truly does matter, not only for ourselves, but for our baby, our family, our friends, and for other women that are going through the same situation. But other than that, we got 2 boxes just to try them out, because I've never used them before. I actually didn't keep track of my ovulating this month. We came back from Vancouver, and I have an Ovia app on my phone that I downloaded. It's the best fertility app that you could get. It's called Ovia, OVIA, and it's an app that you could download. It's free, and it's like a period tracker / fertility tracker. So it helps you to conceive if you want to conceive, or you could use it for just to predict when your next period is coming. So I've been using that app for a couple years now, and it's freaking amazing. It's dead on. I've never had any problems with it. But after we purchased the ovulation strips, she called us back in the room, and she was talking to us about what I wanted to do, the steps I wanted to do on trying to conceive our baby. And I was like, well, I have no idea. That's why I'm here. I have no idea what to do. I'm new to this, and I'm hoping that you could help me out with what we could do to conceive our baby. And she said, okay, well, you were supposed to do your HSG appointment last year, but the day before your appointment, you actually found out you're pregnant. So we had to cancel that appointment. And she was like, would you like to continue that appointment again? And go forward with your HSG appointment? And I told her yes, I would love to. And that is, an HSG appointment is to see if your tubes are blocked or if they're clear. And if they're blocked, you're gonna have to do surgery. They're gonna have to do surgery on you and take the scar tissue out, because you could either have scar tissue around your tubes, in your tubes, around your ovaries, and if your tubes are blocked, then that's gonna really lessen your chance of conceiving. And for every miscarriage, also lessens your chance of conceiving, because you get scar tissue buildup from a miscarriage and whatnot. So I told her I really would love to know if one of my tubes are blocked or if they're clear, because I'm 28 and I've never had a baby. I've never ever been pregnant in my life until last year. Last year was the first time in my life that I've ever been pregnant. And 2.5 months later, I had a miscarriage. So, I mean, it would be amazing to find out. Because if my tubes are blocked, they could do surgery on me where they could open up my tubes and I could start popping out babies like crazy. But, I mean, who knows? My tubes might be clear and one might be only blocked, or they both might be clear. I don't know. And so I told her I really want to go through with that procedure. That would be amazing. So, her receptionist was going to book the appointment for me in Smithers, because Smithers is only an hour away from where we live compared to Prince Rupert, which is 3 hours. So it's more convenient for us to go to Smithers. But the receptionist said that they'll contact me, the doctor in Smithers will contact me before the appointment to confirm my HSG appointment. So that's what I'm waiting for. That's the next step into our fertility journey. And she also recommended after that step, I could go back to Vancouver, me and my partner, and we could do the next step into our fertility journey. And she actually recommended IVF treatment. And I was like, whoa, really? Are you serious? And she's like, yeah. Because you live far away, and you know, when you're here, we want you to get as much done as possible. So an IVF treatment will move everything a lot faster. And she said, but it's not that high of a chance, and you guys are gonna have to be here a few days before the appointment, because we're gonna need you on the exact day that you ovulate, and it's got to be the moment you ovulate, because and then they're gonna take my hubby's semen analysis, and they're gonna wash it, and then the IVF, it's where they're going to put inseminate, or they're gonna put his semen inside of my egg when I ovulate. And I see this stuff on TV all the time, the IVF treatments, and it's kind of scary because twins run in our family about, I don't know how many times, but a lot of times. Yeah, insemination. Thank you, Kia, again. But she wants to do the IVF treatment insemination, where they're going to insert his semen into my egg the day that I ovulate. So she said we could go through with that after the HSG appointment if you want. And she told me the percentage of chance of getting pregnant by the IVF treatment. I totally forgot what it was. She wrote it down on the paper in the book, and my book's at home. But and I told her, yeah, I'd love to do that. That is amazing. Hi, Leela. And I'm really excited for that, but at the same time I'm scared, because that you have a high chance of conceiving more than one baby if you do that. But sometimes it's not successful. So that's the next step that we're going to be going into after my HSG appointment. Whenever that appointment comes, I'm totally ready for it. So, I mean, I'm so very thankful that we're going through with this, because me and my hubby have been together for 4 years, and we've been trying for 4 years to have a baby. And he was concerned about 2 years ago. How come you're not pregnant? Are you able to get pregnant? And I told him, I do not know, because I've never been pregnant in my life. Well, I want you to go to the doctor and see if you can conceive, see if you can have kids. And when he told me that, I was scared, because I was worried I was going to be told, no, you cannot have kids. And that is a woman's worst freaking nightmare. And there's a ton of women that have been told that, and it's very unfortunate. But I'm just very blessed to be on this journey. It is a very stressful journey though, because trying to conceive is so freaking overwhelming. I've been wanting to have a baby practically for a long time now. A long time. And being settled down with Jeremy for 4 years. I mean, when we got together, when we got together, I chose him to build a life with. I chose him to settle down with. I chose him to be married to, and I chose him to have a baby with. And being together for 4 years and wanting to have a baby for a long time, and every month we baby dance, we try to conceive, and that moment you get your moon, it's so heartbreaking. It's very, very heartbreaking. So as a woman, I know we all have cycles that we have to have every month, but when you're a woman that's trying to conceive for as long as I have been trying to conceive, it's very, very emotional. I mean, even with my miscarriage last year was devastating, because being pregnant for the first time in my life, I was overwhelmed with joy. I was so incredibly, incredibly happy. I was crying the moment I saw that positive test. I was laughing and crying the moment that I saw our first ultrasound with our baby's heartbeat. I mean, and then having to overcome the miscarriage from severe, severe depression, like depression to the point where you don't even want to get out of bed anymore. Depression to the point where you don't even want to work anymore. Depression to the point where you give up on yourself and you give up on your relationship. Depression where you take everything out on your hubby over little tiny things that don't even matter. Depression where you freak out and you get so freaking mad and you don't even know what you're getting mad over. I was going through severe depression, but at the same time, I have a business that I run, a nail business, and I have a lot of clients that come over and a lot of clients that book their appointments. And I love my business. I love doing what I do. I love my job and I love my clients. And I still served them even though I was going through severe depression. I served them with a smile on my face and, you know, pretending everything was okay, because I didn't want them to worry about what I was going through. I wanted to serve them with the best quality service possible. So, I mean, I was going through a lot of depression. I was even suicidal 2 months after my depression, after my miscarriage. I'm not gonna lie, I tried killing myself, and I popped a whole bottle of pills. And luckily, I was messaging a few people before I did that, and the ambulance and the police were called, and before they even showed up, I remember my vision getting very blurry. I remember my hearing, like I was going deaf, sort of. I couldn't really hear anything. And I remember I was feeling very woozy, very faint, and I was like, oh my God. And I had to get rushed to the emergency, and I had to get everything flushed out of my system. And they were hooking me up with a lady that I could talk to. But I mean, having a miscarriage is a huge, huge deal, and a lot of us don't speak about it because we're not sure on what to say, or we're afraid on who's gonna judge us and what they're gonna say, what they're gonna think, or that our parents don't want us to speak about it because it's a sacred thing and it's nobody's business. I am not afraid to say what I'm saying, because I know there's thousands of women struggling through it. And I know I have about 1,000 people on my friends list, and I know about maybe a quarter of them or half of them are going through the same situation I'm going through. So, I mean, it's my body, it's my life, it's my fertility journey, and I'm just sharing what I feel like I want to share. I'm not looking for any kind of pity or anybody to feel sorry for me or whatever. I'm just sharing this because I want my baby one day to look back and be like, this is what my mom went through to have me. This is what my mom did and my dad did to have me. This is the struggle of trying to conceive a baby when you're going through fertility treatments. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I was depressed for a long time, and I'm not gonna lie, I still suffer with the emotional part of the depression. I am not depressed like I was before. I went to treatment and that actually helped out a lot, and I actually was able to not necessarily let go of my baby, but acknowledge it and look at the miscarriage in a positive way. But yeah, I still suffer with the emotional part. Last night we were watching Grey's Anatomy, and the Nazis' baby, the bookshelf fell on the baby, and the baby had a whole bunch of internal damages, and the mother was just so distraught. And the baby was, I don't know how old the baby was, but just watching Grey's Anatomy and watching a baby suffer like that in a show, a movie that's not even real, but seeing the baby, I literally started crying. And my hubby's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, the baby, like, look at what the baby's going through, and oh my God, and I would never know what to do in my life if that ever happened. If I was that woman, or if that baby was our baby. I mean, oh my God, I would be so freaking distraught like the mother was. And I couldn't help but think, on the 5th of every month, I get a reminder that our baby was supposed to be born. July 5th, our baby was supposed to be born. But I had a miscarriage 2 months into the pregnancy. But I mean, still, our baby would have been here. And our baby would have been 5 months old right now if I didn't have that miscarriage. And when you go through a miscarriage and you constantly see pregnant mothers walking around, or you constantly see mothers carrying that baby, you feel so happy for them. You feel so excited for them, but at the same time, you can't help but think of your own child and your own baby. So every time I see a baby, every time I see a pregnant woman, whether it's in real life or on TV, I am happy for that baby or happy for that mother, but at the same time, it's a constant reminder. Our baby would have been here if I didn't have a miscarriage. And I would have been a mother. I mean, even if I had a miscarriage, I'm still a mother, because I may have had that miscarriage, but I had a natural miscarriage. That means that my baby came out of my body naturally. No medicine, no pills, no medication, no nothing. I didn't have to take medication to get the baby out of my body. I wanted the baby to come out on its own. So I had a natural miscarriage. And when our baby came out, I saw everything. And I went through that by myself with my partner. My first pregnancy and my first miscarriage in my life. And when I had that miscarriage, seeing our baby, that tiny, in the sac, in the womb, it's unbelievable. I wanted to have that baby so bad. I was freaking happy. My partner was shocked. He was still in shock that I was having a baby, but he still was excited deep down inside. But when I had that miscarriage, that pain that I was going through was like labor pains, very, very mild labor pains, but it was still having a baby, because my body was rejecting the baby. And I was able to see my baby's legs, arms, little hands starting to form, little black eyes. The body was fully formed. It had a heartbeat, which means it had a heart. And it looked perfectly, perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with the baby. It was growing perfectly fine. So I'm not too sure why I had a miscarriage, but I'm not upset about having a miscarriage. Like, I'm not distraught anymore over it. I've come to accept it, and I've come to think of it as a positive way. Like my little angel, our little angel. And so I'm happy to be on this journey with my partner, and I'm happy to share a part of our journey with all of you, because it takes a lot of courage to go live and talk about your personal situations or what you're going through or whatever. And this may not be for everybody, but I mean, if it's not for you, then don't watch, you know. And if you're going to judge me, then so be it. I'm not like you, and I don't have to bite my tongue like other people do. I choose to speak, and I choose to share my story. But with that being said, I'm just waiting for the Smithers doctor to call, and our fertility specialist to call again to let me know when my HSG appointment is going to happen. I hope within the next month or two. And then after that, we're just going to have to wait and see. I didn't get a chance to use my ovulation strips. I've passed ovulation this month, and I totally forgot to keep track, because I was supposed to use those ovulation strips this month, but when I looked at my Ovia app, I was way past ovulation. So I was like, shit. So I mean, next month I could use those ovulation strips to predict when I'm ovulating, because even I'm 28 years old and I have no idea when I ovulate. Apparently on the 14th, every 14th day or whatever is when you ovulate. 14th day after, or I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're going through. And she also, the fertility specialist, Catlin Dunn, also gave me fertility pills. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I'll prescribe you some fertility pills. And I was like, oh really? I've never taken them before. And she was like, on the first day of your period, you take one pill for 9 days, once a day. And that is supposed to help me. That is going to, not supposed to, it's going to help me ovulate. And it's going to help me conceive a lot better. I mean, it's a fertility pill. So I was like, whoa, okay. So I'm really looking forward to trying that. I have the box of it at home, my fertility pills at home. I have my Ovia, my ovulation strips at home. And I have my Pregvit Folic 5 pills at home. So for those of you that didn't hear me before, I've been taking Pregvit Folic 5 since last year. I've been taking it on and off because there's some days where I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it. One pink pill in the morning, one blue pill at night. And it's got a high dose of folic acid, folate, or whatever you call it. And it's not like the prenatal vitamins that you get in the hospital from your doctor. It's not like the prenatal vitamins that you buy at Walmart. These are pills that actually cost money. Multivitamin prenatal vitamin pills with a high dose of folic acid. The folic acid will actually balance out your hormones in your body, and it'll actually help you to conceive a lot better. So these pills come in a blister pack of 1 month's worth, one box. Last year, one box was $50-something. This year, it's $45. $45 per one box. She could prescribe them. My fertility specialist prescribed them to me, but I still had to pay. Thankfully, my hubby has coverage for where he works, and I have a spousal card coverage, so I get covered with a lot of things. And so his coverage actually covers a lot of it. Same with his coverage, because Status doesn't cover it. I already tried that, but I only have to pay $8 for one of those boxes, which saves me a lot of money, and I'm very thankful for the hard work that my hubby does. I feel emotional talking about it because my hubby is such a hardworking man that provides for our family, and such a good person, loving man to me. He provides for me, and I'm literally spoiled. I think about a lot of things, and I'm literally spoiled by him. What I want, I usually get. But if anybody's interested in trying out the PregVit Folic 5, they are multivitamins, prenatal multivitamins, and they're amazing. I've been taking them, and my fertility specialist actually recommended, that was the first thing she recommended me to take. So I've been trying my best to remember to take them, but I'm not very good with pills, so there's days where I forget to take them, and I'm like, oh yeah, shit. So I gotta set reminders on my phone every morning and every night. I usually take it either 1 hour before breakfast, but if I end up eating breakfast, then I usually wait 1 hour after breakfast. That way when I ingest the pink pill, all the nutrients will get in my body a lot better. And then same thing with dinner. I take one blue pill before, an hour before dinner, or if I eat dinner and I forget to take my pill, I take it 1 hour after eating. But I'll share more of that if anybody's interested on what they really are. They're a lot better than the prenatal vitamins that you get in the hospital or Walmart. And but yeah, other than that, I don't know what else to talk about. I've went over my uterus, I went over my cervix. My cervix is really healthy. I went over the ultrasounds, the 3D ultrasound, the shape of my uterus. I went over the fertility pills. I went over the ovulation strips, the HSG, and the IVF fertilization procedure, and the PregVit Folic 5. So I think I pretty much covered everything. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to answer them. I wonder if I should go through the comments, because I've seen people comment, but I haven't been reading them. Okay, Candace is good. Hello, hello. Take care. I love you. Internal ultrasound. I have a heart-shaped uterus, medical term. I thought I wouldn't have kids, but have been blessed with 2 13 years apart. Oh, congratulations. That's such a beautiful story. Are there symptoms or anything with the blockage? With the blockage? With my tubes? I'm not too sure what you mean by symptoms. Insemination. Everything happens for a reason. That man up there has plans for you too. Yes, that is so true, Kia. So glad that you made it through that, Isabel. The world would be a darker place without your light in it. Aw, thank you, Persephone. I think that's how you say your name. Like jealous, but not in a bad way. Oh wow. Benita, I'll read your message later. My hubby just came out of Canadian store, so I think we're gonna head to the mall. Baby was still in person. You are a mother. You have exactly, Kia. Thank you. All right, I think we're gonna head to the mall. I'm not too sure where, but I really thank you all for being here and being a part of our journey. My day is going really good. I woke up in such a good mood, and me and my hubby are spending quality time together today. We came here for my dentist appointment, and when you were talking about seeing if there was any blockage. Oh, yeah, the blockage, no, I didn't have any blockage. With my miscarriage, everything came out naturally. Everything's out. My tubes, I have no idea if my tubes are blocked yet. That's what I'm gonna go and see and go and check, is the HSG appointment. But I cannot find out if my tubes are blocked until I have that appointment. But other than that, when I do have that appointment, I'll let everybody, I'll do another live and share that part of our journey with you all. Hi, babe. But I went to my dentist appointment today, and as always, okay, because I get pains and they don't know why. Yeah, endometriosis. That's what my fertility specialist thought I had, but she doesn't really think I have it because my pains aren't as severe as they were when I was a teen. But you could definitely go get a procedure done to see if you have endometriosis. They have a procedure. My fertility specialist actually said that you could actually find out with a procedure to see if you have scar tissue building up around your ovaries, because that's where the pain would be coming from, is your ovaries. And there's like a whole bunch of things. If you do have endometriosis, whatever that word is, on the procedure they will see it around your ovaries, and that's what could be causing the pain. But contact your doctor and maybe get a female doctor or a male doctor if your male doctor is really good. But I honestly prefer a female doctor because they're more understanding of our bodies and our situation of what we want. But contact your doctor and ask them that you want to be seeing a fertility specialist, and she'll actually recommend you to the one in Burnaby. That's where I'm going, and I mean, it's amazing. I wouldn't have never gotten this done if my hubby didn't tell me to see if I could have kids or not. So just book a doctor's appointment. Tell them, hey, I might have endometriosis. I have a lot of pain, and I want to actually see if I do. I would like to have a procedure done, and I would like to see a fertility specialist. Is there a fertility specialist that you recommend me to go see? And the doctor will be like, yeah, okay, I'll recommend you to this place, blah, blah, blah. They'll get your blood tests done. They'll get all the other tests done. And then you'll get recommended to the one in Burnaby. And I could actually give you information if you want to my fertility specialist. I could give you her name, her number, her email, and the actual address and place. That way you could actually tell that to your doctor, and your doctor will actually recommend you to go there. If you're interested, I could share every information that you want, what I'm going through. I'd be happy to help you. But my dentist went good. You're welcome, Kia. My dentist went good. As always, every dentist appointment, I always get complimented on my teeth. And I got straight teeth. They're semi-straight. Actually, they're straight. But lately, they've been very sensitive. Not very, a bit sensitive. And I told her where it's sensitive, and I told her that they're starting to chip, and I told her that I grind at night before I go to sleep, and when I'm sleeping, I actually clench in my sleep, and when I wake up. So that's actually caused my back tooth to chip, which is very shitty, but it's not that bad. And my teeth right here, my fangs, are wearing down. They're not pointy anymore. They're flat. And that upsets me because I loved how pointy my teeth, like you see my bottom ones, they're pointy. This one's not. So she's concerned that my enamel is getting weak and getting thin. So she gave me some toothpaste, 2 different types of toothpaste to use, and she recommended me what to do if I drink pop or if I drink coffee. And I took an x-ray and they took pictures of my teeth because I want to get this tooth and this tooth capped, just because I have fillings there and they're starting to stain and I don't like it. I'm not a heavy coffee drinker. I only drink 1 to 2 cups of coffee per day, but I sip on that same coffee for a long time, which is not good. So other than that, my dentist went okay. Oh, and they're gonna see if I'm gonna get a night guard, babe. Yeah, to see if I could get a night guard for my grinding, because I'm actually grinding my teeth away and it's not good. So hopefully they could help me out with that. But I thought I'd update you all on the rest of our fertility journey and how my day's been going so far. We went to Mr. Mike's. It was so good, very delicious. We had a bourbon barbecue burger with a poutine, and it literally had onion rings in the burger. So freaking good. I came here wanting a big juicy burger and poutine, and I got it. So I highly recommend that if you ever come to Terrace, head to Mr. Mike's and get it. It's so freaking phenomenal. I hope everybody has a good day. We're going to... Holy shit, it's already 6:21. Damn. Okay, bye.